What's up, guys? Two people with us. How are you? 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 What's up, that one guy? Stephanie, how are you? Majestic, how are you? Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Wow, there's 4 people in the comment section, and it only says 2 people are here. Rockin' steady, what's up, my friend? Tell you what, I almost didn't do this live stream tonight because I was so tired. I got the 3 uploads done today, recorded tomorrow's upload, did some yard work, continued to put together the house, and have not slept very well at all. But I figured, you know what? I need to see you guys tonight, have fun with y'all, and I'll just forget about it. What's up, Thomas? So happy Easter. It's Easter right now, I guess. I got some things we can go through tonight. What's up, MJ? How are you, Bruce? Not really sure. Haven't talked to him. Waiting for him to get back to me. Can't take a break. I don't know the word. Actually, tomorrow I'll probably do some more yard work. Good evening, Todd. How are you? Nope, we don't. We do not get breaks at all. No, Victor's still, I don't know. I haven't spoke to him. I spoke to him when he got back from New Mexico. I said, get a hold of me when you're not busy, and we'll talk. Thomas, I did get your emails. I've been going through them. I just need a couple more hours in the day. Yeah, William, that video out of Brazil is absolutely mind blowing. Thanks, MJ. When I first found that and started reading it, and they described Dogman, and then I saw the video and I was like, I cannot put this online. I can't put it on my channel at all. No, I don't think we're going to hear anything more out of it. I think it was a one-shot, one and done. It's news like that out of such a remote location doesn't come out too quickly. I mean, you might hear some exaggerated BS from other channels that, like to create stories and, but I'd like to find out more about the first 3 Thunderbolt. I'd like to find out more about the first 3 encounters. They possibly, I got someone that I know that I reached out to, and hopefully I can get him to share some stuff with me. Thanks, William. I appreciate that. Thunderbolt and his giant spiders. What's up, pups? Thunderbolt is the only person that I know that talks about spiders constantly. So, that's some pretty interesting, weird things to share tonight. Try to find some more. Touch on a couple of things in Texas. Thanks, Stephanie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. William, I do think, and hi, how are you, Anna? I do think they can keep up with vehicles. I mean, there's numerous accounts stating that they have. So I don't think that, let's just say out of 40 accounts, saying that they've kept up with the car, I don't think 40 people are making it up, if you know what I mean. So I have a pretty freaky thing out of Galveston, Texas. And it's not Dogman, but live streams, we really don't always talk about Dogman. We talk about everything and anything on here. So I just figured I'd share it with you guys because it's a really friggin' creepy encounter out of Galveston. Okay, so this was the summer of 2021. My daughter, 21, her friend, 21, and I, 43, had spent the evening at a drag show in Galveston. After the show, we decided to drive down to the beach for a few minutes before we headed home. The beach we usually go to was kind of a far drive from where we were, and it was almost 3 in the morning, so we decided to pull into a beach access that we had never been to before. I pulled in and drove around in a circle to shine the headlights in a 360. So we could kind of scope the area out before we got out. I parked next to a trash can, kind of close to the dunes. As soon as we got out of the car, I felt a heaviness, hard to explain. Just something felt weird, and my intuition was to get back into the car immediately and leave. I wish I would have. I don't find out until later that my daughter and her friend had that same feeling. There was no moon, so the only light was from a few beach houses on the other side of the dunes. I keep a huge baton flashlight / taser in my car, so I grab it and we walk down to the water. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I saw my daughter's friend turn around really fast and look back toward the car. She had heard a sound coming from the direction of the dunes. She grabbed my flashlight and pointed it towards my car, and she and I both saw something standing right against the car. Neither of us were exactly sure of what we were looking at because it seemed to fade away when the flashlight had hit it. It's so hard to describe, but it was like you could only see it in the edge of the light from the flashlight, like it only existed between light and dark. I grabbed the flashlight back and shined directly where it was standing, and it was gone, just kind of disappeared. It was very surreal. This heaviness that I felt when we first got there was suddenly unbearable, and we all knew we had to leave as quickly as possible, but we were kind of frozen in fear. We slowly made our way back to the car, but as we got close, my daughter and her friend saw the same figure crouched down next to the trash can with its back facing them. It was eerily silent as we ran to the car, jumped in, and sped off. It was complete silence in the car for the few moments until we got to the road. Then I asked if they wanted to talk about what we had just seen. We all just collectively freaked out, absolutely breaking down in tears and everything. My daughter only saw it from the front, For a split second, her friend and I looked directly at it. We both described exactly the same thing. Judging by the height of my car, we estimated it to be at least 6'2" to 6'5". It was very slim, tall. It had a human shape, but the face was just kind of a blank with two black spaces where its eyes should be. Like the eyes were there, just really sunken in. Its face was kind of had the shape of a long Gandalf type beard, but it was all fleshy, no hair. It had really long arms, one of which was resting on the top of my car in the back passenger door. It seemed to be wearing Rockin' Steady. Thank you. Larry, thank you. Holy shit, guys. Thank you. Like its flesh was in the shape of long robes, no hands, just long, fleshy flaps. It was just standing there, kind of slouching, like it was not standing up at all. And it just stared blankly at us, almost through us. When I say a heavy feeling, we could physically feel some sort of presence as soon as we had gotten there. I personally have never felt such anxiety, fear, or terror in my life. I have no idea what we saw, but there is definitely a lingering weary feeling through my whole body since it happened that I cannot shake. My daughter says she feels the same way. Every time we talk about it, we get chills. Clarify, when I say it disappeared from the light when the light hit it, it was more like it seemed to have kind of a reflective camouflage that when the light hit it directly, you couldn't see it, but when the light moved away, you could. So to me, that really sounds like what people see, in the woods. A lot of hunters see them. I recall one guy, I forgot the state, but he had been hunting and he had sat down by a tree and he had this just weird feeling. And he kind of looked over his shoulder and he saw this kind of human-like entity. Even though he could see through it, it was still physical. And because it was, you couldn't see, like, you could not see through it, but you almost kind of could. But you could tell that it was physical. He ended up shooting at it. And then every time he went back out there, he felt like this thing was still there waiting to attack him. Yes, dogmans do hunt. Dogmen hunt in packs. If there's one, there's usually 2 or 3. Not always, but that's a fair thing to live by, William. Rockin' Steady and Larry, thank you very much for blessing me. Everybody, MJ. In Vero Beach, Florida. Huh. Where is Vero Beach? Robert, happy Easter to you. Is that on the east or west side of Florida? But Blake, it's not just him, it's his girlfriend, it's everybody. Gustavo, greetings from Chile. Thank you, my friend. Greetings from Glens Falls, New York, my friend. Larry is in the ICU. My daughters love that show. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, where they have those crazy emergency room that show where, like, guy gets his arm stuck in a vase, or one time a guy got his, like, I don't know, something stuck in something, and a really crazy show. I think it was on Lifetime. Suji, 16 hours. Oof. Can Dogman talk? From Victor per Victor, only werewolves can. I've never heard neither speak, so I don't know. I can't answer that, but I can say per. Robert Sharp is cooking 2 turkeys. Oh, okay, Walking Wolf. That's crazy. I'll have to look into that for you, my friend. Vero Beach. Let me write that down. Werewolves can per Victor, but I'm not sure. Well, I think Robert wanted to know if they could physically speak. Or William. Not, I mean. Any Dogman activity in upstate New York? I have not been outside of the area where I live, so I haven't seen anything as of late. But when I do go up north, I'll let everyone know. Thank you, Sewer Pipe. I truly appreciate that. That really is friggin' awesome. Conjuring House. I'm not gonna go back there probably for another year or two. I want to go out to Rolling Hills Asylum with my daughter this year. We're trying to get her older sister to go with us and her boyfriend. And I want to get out to Lizzie Borden. The the crazy thing is so I don't know how many of you guys know exactly what the Conjuring House is, but it's the movie. The movie The Conjuring is based off of it. It doesn't look like the movie house. It's a very small, crazy. Thank you. I like my vest too. It's a very crazy looking house, and um, I will check out Custer's house. So when we got there, my daughter and I had done a lot of research. We had pretty much known all of the little haunts the house had. And there's this room in the basement, and I made a couple videos on it. I put them on my channel. They're out there from last summer or last September, actually. And in the well room, there's a well because back in the day, if you had property and people wanted your property, they'd poison your well. And so this place had a well inside the house. And supposedly in this room is this entity called the Crooked Neck Lady. Well, I had my SLS cam, and for those of you who don't know what an SLS camera is, this is what an SLS camera is. It's an Xbox Kinect that shoots out infra green, and we had actually got a entity that had this. There was one that looked like a perfect stick figure, and then there was one that had this like crooked neck, and it looked all deformed and stuff, and it was really cool. Eula said hi. Hi, Eula. How are you? I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, Thunderbolt wants to see my hair. I got it cut. I got my hair cut, and I don't like the cut, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going down to Kentucky anytime soon. Yeah, Ghost Adventures does use a SLS cam. I didn't get it cut, but I got it kind of trimmed, so it's thinned out. But the fucking asshole that cut my hair, it was some lady that said, "I know I'm a perfect barber," and she gave me this fucking god awful fucking haircut, and I'm really mad about it. What does an SLS camera do? An SLS camera, what it does is it shoots out this green light that you can't see. Picture a red laser grid, but it's in green. Your naked eye can't see it. And what it does is, Suji, take care of your patient. We'll be here for a while. So what it does is it then if there's any kind of figure there, it makes like a stick figure, or it shoots the appearance of what the entity looks like. So there, Thunderbolt wants to check out the hair, so I'll just leave the hat off for a little bit. Here you go, Thunderbolt. You happy, my friend? William, I don't know. Honestly, as far as I know, they may be, but chances are, how are they gonna be razor sharp? You know what I mean? The best thing that I can tell you is just to keep listening and keep asking questions. Heard of a ghost that looks like Daniel. Do me a favor if you could email me the um information on that, please. Yeah, it does. It makes a grid, but you can't visibly see the grid. You only see what the grid catches. They apparently are doing well. Thanks, Rockin' Steady. What's up, Rita? How are you today? What was the concoction? Um, what was the concoction? I didn't put any concoction on my property. I don't know what. JJ, unless you've been to the Conjuring house, then I can assure you there are ghosts. It's not just orbs. Trust me. Yeah, the Michigan case is bizarre. The Brazil case is crazy. Um, two really amazing experiences this in the last couple of weeks, you know. Um, you could I've heard of people putting like ammonia around their property. Um, I'm not really sure. Really? Wow. Berwick. Was that just recently, the Jakey 88? Catherine caught the live. She's, oh my God. Happy Easter, Enki. Happy Easter. Yeah, I don't know. People were Jim Baker's in the house. Um that that uh that young man was not smiling. There were people that were like, you know, and the YouTube only allows us a 9/16 measurement of screen. So even though you guys can see, like, we can only upload it to that. And so I had to cut part of his eyes out for a few minutes. And I was like, there is no way that, people are doubting this kid. Like, he's actually in shock if you really go back and look. He's definitely not excited or lying about it. You can tell. Thinker Thunker has a Bigfoot head. Is it the video that I put up, Thunderbolt, a while ago? The one that Coyote Peterson lied about? Izzy's winning? Daniel, Izzy's winning? Fuck. All right. Daniel, if you're watching UFC, let me know if Israel kicks freaking his ass, because I almost cried. He's not. Are they fighting right now? I'm not going to look because I just, oh my God, I completely forgot about that. I literally was, is Pereira winning? I love Adesanya. He is my favorite UFC fighter. About to start. Dark Waters rules, Thunderbolt. What about me, brother? Yeah, Coyote Peterson, like, I got excited because I thought, like, when he put that video out, I was like, wait, what? Because my daughter is on TikTok all the time, and she's like, Silva Anderson is great. Anderson is, the spider is awesome. But so my daughter brought that to my attention, and I was like, wait, Coyote Peterson is, I thought, a legit kind of researcher, and so I'd never expected that to be a fake, and I was so pissed when it was. Thanks, guys. I just do what you guys. I hate Spider. You don't like Andrea Silva? Rhonda, that we're talking about a UFC fighter. It's a 2-part video, huh? Anderson, yes. The Spider Silva. I don't know how anyone could hate him. He's such a humble guy. It's in an Iron Maiden song. Oh, dude. Ben John Jones? Oh, man. No. Habib is the friggin' GOAT. Habib is the greatest. But Izzy is second best in my eyes. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah. George is definitely a great fighter. Can you imagine like a Dogman entering into Don Fry? Holy crap. Yeah, Don Fry. Thanks, Thomas. Nick and Nate, yeah, they're great. I just wish they had, like, I don't know. I wish nobody got older. You know what I mean? Like, I wish the Diaz brothers never got older so they could fight some of the new people. And, like, Dogman and Bigfoot in a fucking UFC cage would be awesome. Not a big fan of the Gracies. I was a huge fan of the Gracie Hunter. He was the man. Yeah, they did merge. That's crazy. That's cool, North Face. Yeah, I'll have to check Thinker Thunker out. I don't watch other channels. I just hear about stuff like that when it comes to you from you guys. What is more common in South Mississippi? I'd have to say Dogman. Dogman probably. Ken Shamrock and his brother were pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of them. I guess I mean I liked Hoist Gracie's when UFC first came out, because he was smaller, you know. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of like that. Abdullah the Butcher in a barbed wire match with the Dogman. That'd be a good fight. Lawrence County. I would have to say, just guessing, probably both, but you're probably more apt to see a Bigfoot, maybe, just because. North Face, I don't know about that. I know that he's my friend, and I know that I don't know what other people do. I don't think he does. Chael is awesome. Chael Sonnen is great, dude. He's the original smack talker. He is great. Let me see. I saved a couple of experiences and stuff that I wanted to share with y'all tonight too. What's up, Scott? How are you? Yeah, Missouri's definitely loaded with everything. I mean, yeah, I gotta check this. I'm gonna check the Thinker Thunker video out while we're right here. All right, hang on. And then I'll tell you what my view is. Not that I know anything anyway. So, it's a video. Here it is.
Hey, just think about it. That's ridiculous.
Let's see. To me, it looks like CGI, but I don't know. The nose, like the nose doesn't look proportionally right. I mean, he draws this like green line, but to me, it doesn't proportionally look right. But that's just my thought on that. I don't know. To me, it doesn't look legit. It almost looks like it had fetal alcohol poisoning or syndrome or whatever. Thank you, North Face. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that more than one person recognizes that. I appreciate that. Wow. I probably slapped as a child. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I guess maybe people do that crap because like they want to keep their channel going or whatever. But like research is not that hard, you know? Like it's you really just have to put the effort into it. And you know, like with these attacks, um thanks, Bobby. With these attacks, you know, you once you look at the attacks, I mean, I started covering them in 2019 and people jumped on the bandwagon. That's cool, you know, but you know, it's almost like no one's doing their own work nowadays. And it's disheartening, I guess. It's almost like people just have a YouTube channel to just get views, you know? I honestly do it because I love doing it. I truly I love a few things in my life. I love my children, my parents, and I love my channel. And I love everything that I learn. I love meeting you guys. I love learning stuff from you guys, you know? So it's just, I don't know. There's too many channels out there that are just, you know, not in it for the right reasons, I guess. And that's kind of disheartening. Lazy people. Bettina's a great person. I like Bettina quite a bit. I've interviewed her. She's interviewed me once or twice. She's a good person. She's a good person at heart. Um, Dogmen are adaptive to their environment. Yes, most definitely. Uh, I think that they like any other wild animal, it can adapt, you know? Yeah, I've had a couple of real park rangers reach out to me. Like real ones, not creepy pasta ones. One came out of one came out of Virginia. Uh there was one in Michigan, and they were very quiet about it, like almost sketchy talking about it. And that's how I knew they really were on the up and up, you know? Bringing what on live? A park ranger on live? I'd love to if I could find one that was not afraid to come online or on live, because they have to sign non-disclosures. And once you sign one of those, you fucking break it. Not you're you know, you can lose your pension and everything. Charlie, I mean, probably about a year ago, I'd say. Shenandoah is full of, I don't know how long you've been with the channel merch, but there was an FBI agent that I do believe was killed by a dog man in Shenandoah. And her husband, they tried to pin it on her husband, and then her husband just vanished. And I think the government was behind all that too. I don't know who Fred is. Is Fred that guy from the guy that my kids used to watch? MJ, thank you. No, I don't think they're all chipped. They're definitely not chipped. All of them. The rap was funny. My ghost hunting equipment is downstairs in my downstairs studio now, so I can't grab it. Gustavo, I'll next week I'll bring it up to show everyone. Gustavo, thank you, my friend. I'd really like to hear some of your like native lore from Chile. Gustavo, if you have my email, please email me. If you don't, let me know and I can put it in the comment section. Remember Greyhound racing? Dude, Greyhound racing, as much as I love animals, I went to a couple of Greyhound races when I was younger, and they were pretty freaking cool. They're fast as hell. I actually felt bad and I wanted to rescue them, but what kind of heavy metal do I listen to right now? I pretty much love everything. You know, I like this band called Horror a lot. Hey, Abadoo. I love you too, baby girl. I like this band called Horror. A couple different bands I like. Hang on a second. Trying to pull something up. Sepultura is a great band. Black Label Society's good band, yeah. What do I use for ghost hunting? Hang on, let me answer this. So I like this band called Horror. It's not a band. It is and it isn't. It's like a rock rap New York City, but it's spelled HO9909. And I like this band called Three Teeth. And if you like metal, Three Teeth is friggin' awesome. What kind of ghost hunting equipment do I have? I have an SLS camera. I have an EVP recorder, an EMF reader. I have a couple different REM pods. I have a lot. My brain just kind of shut down. I have 2 large totes full, organized and full. Greyhounds are, dude, Greyhound. Do I like Biohazard? You must not have heard my experience then, because I was listening to Biohazard when my experience happened in 1994. I liked Biohazard probably before you were even born. I don't know. You seem young, but yeah. Hang on a second. I just lost my experience encounter thing. I shared that one. Flotsam and Jetsam. That was an old band. No, it's fun. I like doing live streams. Greta Van Fleet. I haven't heard that band in a while. Yes, they fit together like sharks. I mean, I just did an encounter that talked about that. William, do you listen to my uploads daily? Greta is definitely not metal. Horror is great. North Face. I've got their stuff on record. I like them so much. If I have something on record, it means I truly like it. Mr. Bungle is like one of my favorite bands, and I have a ton of their records. I like the Gorillas, even though they're not metal. The Gorillas are probably one of my. Wait, what happened? Izzy got KO'd? Izzy got KO'd? Izzy KO'd? Did he KO Pereira? Philip, help me out, my friend. Help me out, brother. Help me out. Did he lose? Mike Patton is a genius. Greatest person. Fuck! Are you kidding me? Fucking fuck! How the fuck did he lose to him again? Dude, he loses every fucking match to him. Jesus Christ. He needs to take the pearl necklace off and just fucking man up. Sorry. Power is a great equalizer. All right. Now that I had that. No, Jeff, he won. Wait, is he won? Is he won? Is he won? Fuck this. I got to look this up. Israel Adesanya fight. Is he lost? Hang on. I don't trust anybody. I got to find out here. When? Who won? Motherfucker. Second round. Bullshit. Wait, Izzy won. Izzy won. He won. He won. He won. Wait, why'd you lie to me, Philip? Why'd you lie? Izzy won. Izzy won. Fucking A. There's one for the team, my friends. One for the team. Now I'm getting hot. Fuck. I just saw it. It is confirmed. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Tigger, come in here. Come on. Sorry, my cat was standing. Whew. Yes, Izzy won. Dude, hell yeah. Now, after this live stream, I'm going to have to watch that. Woo! Yes. Phew. What's up, buddy? You want to say hi to everybody? Oh, what's up? Doesn't he look so friendly? He's just a pissed off looking asshole. Yeah, Nico, it was funny, huh? You were cheering for no. His name is original. It's Tigger. He is thick, isn't he? Here, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Say what's up. He's just gonna sit on my lap right now. Izzy almost went out. Dude, Izzy is like the last fight I thought he had him too. Like, dude, look at my hair. Holy shit. The last fight he almost had him. Oh god, man, I hate it now. Got so messed up. My cat is like a fat ass big monster. Yes, he's Maine Coon. What's on the forefront with your show? Any good interviews? A couple interviews coming up. I actually had a guy. Here, let's get into some different stuff. Ragdoll cats are awesome. He probably is bigger than your dog. I'll tell you guys a funny story after though. So just the other day, I had a guy reach out to me, and yes, Maine Coon, and he said he reached out on Facebook and said, he's like, I've got an encounter I've got to share with you. I know you live in upstate New York, and I was going to share this on another Dogman channel, but because you live in upstate, I want to share it with you. And I was like, awesome. And I said, where are you about? How close are you to my area? He said, I live in your area. And I'm like, wait, you live in my area and you listen to my channel? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. So he knows and I guess associates with a lot of the NCON officers or Fish and Game. And he has a Dogman experience. He saw this very strange wolf dog human-like creature. He said it didn't resemble a Dogman that people talk about. And I was like, I explained my encounter, and he said, yes. Which is more believable, a Dogman or a dinosaur? Philip, I saw a Dogman, so I know they exist. If you haven't seen one, then you can only go off of what you hear. But I've never seen a dinosaur. I know what I saw. My daughter has seen one. Her boyfriend has seen one. Her boyfriend had taken a picture of one, so they definitely exist. Thunderbolt with his fucking dinosaurs and spiders. Not a Jets fan. I don't like football. As crazy as that is, I don't like football. Thunderbolt, you had a Maine Coon named Tigger too? That's awesome. And a daughter named Abigail. That's crazy. So here's a funny story about my cat. When he was born, his mom had a litter. He'll be, I don't know. Anyway, he was born and he was born in the rafters, and his mom was hanging outside, sitting on these steps. All of a sudden, this guy comes walking down the sidewalk with a pit bull. The babies are upstairs in a closed house. His mom jumps off the stairs and lands on this pit bull and starts biting and scratching the pit bull. And it was like one of those cartoon moments, And I'm looking at the guy and I'm like, dude, I am so sorry. And he's laughing because his pit bull is getting beat up by a cat. And I'm like, and I didn't know what to, it was just a cool. Noisy, I'm sorry. I love the Dodgers, always have. I appreciate that you love my channel. William, I don't honestly think so. No. I mean, they could outlive a sick person, but I'm wearing a Dodgers hat. I have a gray Dodgers hat and a green Dodgers hat. I always have worn Dodger hats. Any shadow people stories? I'll share some. Nothing wrong with the Dodgers. They're a great team. Brewers are good. You know, the one thing that I don't like is like those people that like a team only when it's winning. You know, like like one person will be like, "Oh, I'm a Yankees fan." Oh no, I'm a Mets fan. I'm this. I'm that. You know, I live in upstate New York and I love the Dodgers. You're from Yonkers? Dude, that's awesome. New Yorker. How's the weather down in Yonkers? You're probably like 10 degrees warmer than us right now. Ugh. Fair weather fans, my friend. Yes, you're right, Charlie. You know, I've heard of dinosaur experiences out of the Congo, but, you know, I mean, Padres are a great team. You know, like, I mean, you know what? I can't say anything because, you know, it's just how you feel. It's your team, whatever team you like, you know? Well, here, I think I've got, hang on a second. I know I've got one. I'll pull out. I got a couple of encounters that I saved here. Hang on. I got a couple of good emails from subscribers that I saved actually. And so here's the one I was going to share with you guys. So since we're talking about Dogman, you know, monsters, whatever, Thunderbirds, dinosaurs, this is a pretty cool story. All right. And it comes from Mercedes, Texas. Back in the years of 1998 through 2011, my friends Willie Andrews and my cousin Hugo and I loved to go fishing at the Mercedes Resca, where there is a beautiful waterfall view. And during the day, it seems like a normal pond. But if you go really early at dawn before sunrise, the pond takes a totally different view. It takes your imagination back to prehistoric times because at the time you're surrounded by water banks, brush, and the waterfall that makes you imagine you're back in prehistoric times. Well, that's the way my imagination makes it. So by sunrise, we unpacked our fishing gear and decided to camp the whole day. The day passed normally without incident. We had good catches, and by dusk, we decided to pack our gear, put it away, put everything in the car trunk, and decided to call it a night. Before we left, we decided to gut the fish there. After cutting open all the fish, we washed them up in the pond. As dusk approached, we're getting ready to get in the car when all of a sudden my friend Willie saw this big dark silhouette emerge from the middle of the pond. Its neck stood up just like the Loch Ness Monster. We all saw it still. It started to swerve its neck, looking towards us. We all got scared. All four of us were frozen in fear. After 20 seconds, that seemed like an eternity, the thing emerged back into the water, or submerged back into the water, not emerged. All of us snapped out of it. We ran to the car and sped out of there. We were shaking uncontrollably. After driving quite a while, Andrews pulls over at Stripe's store to get something to drink and to calm down. After that experience, we never went back fishing at that pond, but independently, the pond has a beautiful waterfall. In case you ever wonder, it's located in Mercedes, Texas, on the back road, kind of a hidden location. What's up, Mike? How are you? Are tremors real? Usually after earthquakes. Hey, Libra, how are you? Libra, I think you were asking last week about an encounter, weren't you? Or was that a different person? I did it today for you. I know what he was talking about, Jim. I'm just kidding. We are doing well. I hope your family is doing well as well. Suji, yes, he does. Now he does. Well, Libra, you said I didn't pay attention last week, so I figured, hey. What I saw, Phil, what I saw when I was 17, it had to be at least 7 feet tall. I've heard them get to be 9 feet. So, but what I saw was 7 feet. Thanks, Greg. Did I? No, I definitely didn't, Thunderbolt. It was on its hind legs. Yes. No. No, Caleb, I don't. There was actually, I was looking, Nina, the other day there was, it depends if you go online, and on my computer at least, Nina Sinclair, there is, if you click on the weather thing, it'll bring you in to a spot where it will show you earthquake areas and when an earthquake is actually happening. And there was an earthquake in Manitoba the other day. It was weird. No, Lake Superior, yes, and no, I haven't. He got home. I said, "Hey, just give me a call when you're not busy, when you've relaxed, time off." I'll probably give him a call or text him today because of Easter. I wish him every holiday. I wish him a happy Easter or Christmas or whatever. So I'll probably hear from him. Thanks, GM 101. So you guys know what a Cadejo is, right? Yes, no? Okay. So a Cadejo it's a Mexican or Central American black dog with red eyes, and they're very aggressive. I've got a pretty cool encounter. So hang on 1 second. I'm going to share this encounter with y'all. Back in 2016, my father and I were at the Boca Chica Beach in South Texas, For those of you who don't know, it's a very secluded beach with plenty of wildlife and rough terrain. Anyway, my dad and I were looking for a good place to fish near the ship channel. We turned left at the jetties and hit a trail. As we followed the trail, I saw something black sitting on a hill. As we got closer, I noticed it looked like a dog or a wolf, similar to a German shepherd, but this canine was all black and 5 times bigger than any dog, coyote, wolf I had ever seen. Just to clarify, there are no wolves in South Texas, and coyotes don't get that big. This unknown canine sat calmly on the hill overlooking the bay towards South Padre Island. Then it got up and disappeared behind the hill. I have no idea what this creature was since it doesn't fit any animal identification. All I know is I saw a large predatorish animal out there, and everyone take caution while traveling at Boca Chica, especially at night. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. No, not a Mexican Dogman and not a Chupacabra either. Different. Kind of like a hellhound. Like a black dog, like the shuck, like the black shuck of England, I guess. William, yeah, here's a perfect answer to that question, William. Are there different types of dogman? Are there different types of humans? Yes, there are. I don't think I think they possibly all have some sort of relation, the physical ones, but the ones that come out of a portal are different. It's kind of hard when you're trying to incorporate everything into one group, and I don't think Dogman can be put into one group because there are ones that are physical, I believe. There are ones that manifest. There are portal ones. There possibly have been accounts of them coming from space. In Sumerian text, there's a mention of a tribe of dogmen as well. I just said it, right? Probably right before you said it, too. Chances of Dogman and Bigfoot breeding together. That'd be like having 2 males and having a child come out. Probably not. I'm probably going to get canceled for that one too, aren't I? Ha ha! Just kidding. All right, so here's another one for you guys. Some of my friends and I were playing hide and go seek out at her property in Bailey, Texas. Me and her were hiding together a little behind her house out in a field behind some old wood and tin. I'll never forget when she grabbed my hand and whispered, almost screeching from fear. There was a large black dog 10 feet behind us. She had no dogs. They had issues with strays, but never a black one of this size. So she says, as soon as we lift up, run and don't look back. We boom it, screaming the whole way. Nothing chased us and we found no dog. The reason I even got to this site was because I was looking for sightings of black dogs. I was out with my cat a couple streets up. It was dark. I see what I think is 2 people in black riding their bikes or running towards me running towards my direction and eerily silent. I pick up my cat and get a bad feeling. As I'm backing up, I'm staring at them and notice it's two big, black, lean looking dogs heading in my direction. I'm freaking out. I grabbed my cat and took the hell off to my porch. I still didn't look around the corner, but I heard them barking. I live in a small Texas town, so I see strays from time to time. But these had me feeling a type of way that I trust my gut. Something about these dogs were off. Remember last week? There was, I think it was Thunderbolt that had mentioned gargoyles. Am I correct or no? All right, so I've got a kind of a gargoyle experience. You guys want to hear it? No? Yes? All right. This is for you, Thunderbolt. My experience was in Dallas, Texas. Myself and my few cousins of mine had a night out drinking, and we were on our way to my cousin's house late at night at around 3 or 4 in the morning. As we were driving on a side road by the old St. Celia Catholic Church, we saw this large black thing that looked like a bird flying close to our car. It got so close, we all knew it wasn't a bird. It looked more like a gargoyle. Its black wings covered its whole body like it was hiding its face while our light beams were on it. We all macho dudes, including myself, were frightened, and the only thing that was said was, "You saw that, right?" It took off into the dark sky, and we never told anyone about this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think gargoyles exist or not? What's your my day was good. GM, why don't you just email me, brother? Charlie, thank you. I appreciate it. That's exactly it, Enki. We can't prove they don't exist. I really appreciate that. That's probably, you can't say any truer words. If I destroy your name, I'm sorry, but Perot, I'm doing very well. How are you? You know, that Enki just said like the magic words. We can't prove that they don't exist. So Sammy, I I think they can, certain ones. I don't think all, Dogman. That is terrifying, Catherine. I'll GM. I'm going to put my email address in here right now. Listen, you don't have to worry about anonymity is accepted. I respect it. Um, if you don't want your name shared, the town, whatever. All right. I I respect anonymity first and foremost, my friend. All right. So I'm going to put my email in the comments. Let me know that you got it, though, GM, please. Little Orphan, that's crazy. I'd like to hear that. What's up, MS? How are you? Thanks, Larry. All right. Yeah, if you guys, my email, you can email me. I truly, truly think that gnomes definitely exist. I truly respect people's anonymity first and foremost, because I don't think first of all, you're sharing your experience with me, and you're giving me permission to share it with other people. William, send me an email. I'd love to hear it. And I want to protect you before anything else. So that's why sometimes when people are like, hey, where did this encounter occur? And I'm like, if I wanted to share it, I would share it, but I'm not. And I've had people get mad at me because I won't share an exact location or a name. And it's the only right thing to do. Exactly, that one guy. Exactly. Thanks, Existers. I appreciate that, Melanie. Thank you. Why is there a money on my chat box? Because it's called a super chat, and you can click it and put money in it, I guess. I don't know. I just started doing these like a month, 2 months ago, and I'm just learning about everything now. Hide behinds are creepy as hell. There's that one lady that had that hide behind experience where she was in her car, and she had her camera out, and it was behind a tree, and it was like this black kind of weird thing. John W., here's something. This is a guy, I think it was in Idaho. This is for John W. He told me about a Bigfoot encounter, and he had Bigfoot and Dogman behind his woods. He actually built a 12-foot fence, like a stockade fence, out of metal. And he said that he could hear the Bigfoot hunting. They would hunt deer at night, and they would sound like owls. He called them owl men. When he kept saying owl men, I was like, wait, what? And he said Bigfoot, and it was because how they communicated. And he didn't build the wall because of the Bigfoot. He built the wall because of the Dogman. So more or less, you're probably hearing a Bigfoot than a Dogman, but that's my own view. I don't take it literally, because I'm not an expert. Todd, you going to bed? Good night, my friend. Todd Brown. Peace out. Are Bigfoot creatures benevolent? No, not usually. I wouldn't say. But I saw a lot of people mentioning Jersey Devil. Guys, if you're into the Jersey Devil, this is the book to get. All right. It's by Paul Evans Pedersen Jr. And it's New Tales from Old Haunts, Legendary Pine Barren. This guy has been researching the Pine Barrens and the Jersey Devil for like 30 years. It's really, really a great book. Charlie, are you? MS, if you know your dad's encounters and he gives you permission to share them with me, I'd love to hear them. Angelique, it's an amazing book. I promise you that. My kid was attacked by a gargoyle. Are you kidding? GM 101. I would have to say yes. Probably right in, because there's been Dogman. Where I live is quote unquote a city in upstate New York, way upstate New York in the Adirondacks, but we're still considered a city for some reason. And there's a Dogman that lurks the cemetery, which is the biggest cemetery I've ever seen. Hang on one second. I gotta let the cat out. Go. Sorry, my cat was scratching at the door. Have you seen? I have his name written down on some paper, and I'm gonna get that book, Libra. Justin, yes, upstate New York. If I could go to Skinwalker Ranch, I would go to Skinwalker Ranch in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. There would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would go. T. Chambers, Lake George. It's not a big city, but I mean, you don't see all 14,000 people. It's kind of spread out within like 3 counties, I'd have to say. Land Between the Lakes RV story. I don't know if I buy that. Yeah, big town, definitely. I what's the reason you can't? Well, I have a 15-year-old daughter that I'm homeschooling, and I'm it's I think it's off limits as of right now, Skinwalker Ranch. What's up, Matt? How are you? Yes, you did grow up in Olmsted. Pottersville, absolutely. Hang on. Exister. You have your CDIB? I do as well. Me too. Mohawk. What's up, John? How are you? You know, hang on. John's here. I've got... John, do you remember sending me this? John sent me this probably 3 years ago, and it's a Bigfoot. Yeah, those weekly shows about the Skinwalker Ranch. Thanks, Enki. I really appreciate that. Wow, thank you. The shows about the Skinwalker Ranch and like the Blind Frog Ranch, like those are public. Like, I mean, those are bought and paid for. You know, do you? I mean, honestly, do you really think these people that are on the TV show are experienced? They're staying there overnight, and yeah, they are just for entertainment. Like, they wouldn't have the balls to stay at Skinwalker Ranch at night. You know, like my daughter and I stayed, it was just her and I at the Conjuring house. No one else was there. Like, they do it on TV and they leave, you know. It's these shows are so crazy because they like Finding Bigfoot. Okay. Finding Bigfoot was filmed where I live. Part one season was filmed where I live. And they didn't really go into the woods. They didn't go deep into the woods. Wait a second. Yeah. They went on some hiking trails that locals use, you know. And the guy's last name is Moneymaker. Would you really trust a TV show that was created by a guy whose last name is Moneymaker? I mean, dude, I would change my name. I would be like, no, I'm going to change my name. I can't do that. Absolutely, GM. Um, I Perret, we just wanted answers, you know. That's all we really wanted was answers. Thanks, Mr. C. Mr. C, are you just coming to the live stream? Because I had a freak out fit when I thought Izzy lost. Libra, it was all right. I mean, he didn't lose. He won. Izzy won. I Yeah, he won. Bad Moon. That's a good flick. What's up, IE? How are you? Yeah, definitely cheesy. It was a cheesy movie. I don't know. I mean, I'm not big on old movies because they were cheesy. And I'll say it, yeah, he KO'd freaking him in the second round. I saw that. I got when the live stream's over, I'm gonna have to watch it. I wasn't big. The one movie, and I say it every live stream because we talk about movies, um, that really is Chud. Chud, if you've never seen the movie Chud, you've got to watch it because Boggy Creek was good, but that movie freaked me out because it was what year was Chud made? Hang on. Chud.
According to Wiktionary, Chud, a gross, physically unappealing person.
No, okay. It was made in 1984. So the movie was made in 1984 and it literally depicts crawlers, what we see as crawlers right now. And they're cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, is what that movie Chud stood for. And it was the freakiest movie. Devil's Reject was okay, but I'm talking about like what could possibly be real. And I really think that like movies like Chud or The Descent or, you know, anything like that is almost like, hey, these things are real. Someone saw them and they're like, hills have eyes. And they're like, hey, this could be real. This could happen. Troglodyte was creepy too. What the chud? The thing 82. I think that just came on Hulu or something. They're re-airing it. You know what was, and I talked about this the other day. No, that was not a horror movie, Thunderbolt. Shame on you. There's a movie called The Horror in the High Desert, and it's a pretty good fictional found footage horror movie. Okay, it was the 2011. Okay. So the Horror in High Desert, it's fiction, but it's probably one of the better found fiction or found horror movies, found footage horror movies that I've seen. They just made a second movie and they really shouldn't have. They should have just kept it where it was. What was it about? It's about you live in high desert. That's scary. It's about this cabin in the middle of high desert and like this inbred kind of human kills this kind of YouTuber. Pretty good movie. If you guys get a chance to watch it, if you have Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime right now. No, you don't have to pay for it. And I didn't mind it. It was pretty good. And then I got excited because I saw part two and I'm like, ooh, part two. And I paid for that one. And I'm pissed that I'm out $3.99. No, he was a train train kind of dork guy. I felt bad for him because he was like, he was kind of handicapped. Brad's encounters, and to be honest with you, I wasn't there. And here's my view. So if someone shares their encounter with me, I can't say that it was real or not because I wasn't there. I can tell you how I feel about that person and how I feel about hearing them. And I feel like Brad is being 100% honest about it, because how he shared it with me was, there was no delay in anything. He didn't have to think about it. And if you think, when he shared his encounter on Vic's channel, it didn't change from when he shared it on mine. And when he reached out to me and I saw that it was him, and after he shared his experience on Vic's channel, he got a bunch of crap from a bunch of people. And I was like, dude, just come on my show. I'm like, I'm not going to be the host that will talk smack behind your back. Like, I've got you. And I'm glad that I was able to connect with him, because I think that his encounters really needed to be heard, you know? No, Charlie, I don't. I only knew about it because so many people had talked about it. So I listened to it when he sent it to me. When he texted me, he said, hey, you know, I was on Vic Cundiff's show. This is the this is the upload. And then I read the comments. I don't have time to watch YouTube. And if I do, it's most certainly not cryptid channels. A few in Ontario. I've got a couple of different ones from Ontario in the subscriber submitted ones. Didn't hear that one, Thunderbolt. Why do some claim that they're teddy bears? Probably because they don't want to be. JJ, I'll answer that in a second. Probably because they don't want to be looked at like, you know, if you say they need to get shot or whatever, people get pissed. These things are monsters, you know. They want to hurt us. They're not our friends. And, you know, the multiple attacks happen. And they're in the paper all the time. I don't think they're teddy bears, and they shouldn't be looked at as teddy bears, because when you start making people believe that they're safe and nice, that's when people will start getting hurt more. Thank you, Angelique. JJ, JJ Toe. So the Wendigo is, I'm part Native American, and the Wendigo is not a cryptid. It's not a cryptid, nor is the Skinwalker. Reddit, movies, Hollywood created these false narratives that made the Skinwalker and the Wendigo into cryptids. They're not. The Wendigo doesn't have deer antlers. It's not what's that cryptid? Oh, RH. Shit. Hang on, I'll tell you RH in 1 second. They call it the Beaver Man, but Alaskan beaver humanoid creature.
Showing pictures that match.
It's the Qualaplik, or Kushtaka. Brandon, if you got encounters, please share them. Bear can absolutely run faster than a human. You're absolutely right, Matt. Didn't Hustler used to have the thing called Beaver Hunt? Happy Easter, Julie. Some people do gifting. No, I don't. Kathy, no, people should not gift these monsters. Thunderbolt, good night, brother. These things will not leave you alone if you gift them. You know, it's like gifting a homeless person. They're just going to keep coming back. And nothing against homeless people. So please don't. I'm just giving you, like, you know, they're going to keep coming back because it's a free gift. And then they're going to keep wanting to come and come. And then when you don't put something out, what's going to happen? They're going to come into your house. They're going to hurt you, you know? Oh, these glasses hurt my eyes. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Exactly. The one guy you can't. You just it's like a dangerous game of Russian roulette, you know? It's it's something you definitely should not do. Why do UK people say the Dogman cloaks over there? Because they probably do. There's a lady that I interviewed here on my channel, the Otter Man. That's what it was, John. There was a woman that I interviewed from Scotland, and she sent me probably one of the most amazing photographs of a Dogman that was cloaked. RH, you don't, but other people, you know, like the woman that I interviewed in Scotland does. So just because you don't doesn't mean other people don't. Have a blessed Easter too, Renita. Kashteka, yes. It's the Otter Man, not the Beaver Man. Thank you. It was an amazing interview. It really, and you know, the crazy thing that happened with that interview was I interviewed that woman, and like a week later, they had that woman who was found torn apart in a field. And I was like, what the hell happened? You know, like, oh my God, this lady's telling me about this. And it was only a couple of miles down the road from where she lived. Well, you just heard one, RH. I just shared one with you. Exactly, Blake. Exactly. Julie, I honestly don't know how to send money via the chat thing. I don't know. Guys, if you know, tell her how. You don't have to be honest with you. Oh, personally. Okay. Now I understand, RH. When they say mean it. Matt, I agree on that. No, I don't think I'll ever hear from the Border Patrol guy again, to be honest with you. Like, he's not a Border Patrol agent. He's with his family in Mexico now. And the chances of him seeing another one of these creatures is probably 1 to 10, you know? Exactly. He's done. He doesn't want to, I haven't even reached out to him because I know that he doesn't want to be contacted anymore, you know? I'm respecting his privacy and his life. Thanks, Existers. Do they come into subdivisions often? There's that one in Tennessee. Is Victor real? Yeah, yes. Victor is real. I can say that. He is 100%. The experiences he shared, I've received emails that I've shared them on the channel that are directly from the CIA. I put them in the comment community post. There's no debating these emails came from somewhere associated with him. To be honest with you, I will tell you right at the very beginning, and he knows this, I didn't believe he was real because I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding. And John, he is real. There's no doubt about it. I don't know how long you've been with the channel, but I shared 2 emails that I received from the CIA, and you can't debate them. There's no once, Mike, and it wasn't really a threat. It came from Tennessee. It came from the sheriff's office in Cott County, Tennessee, asking me to stop talking about the experience. Take a picture of his back and see the scars. What am I going to go to his fucking house in Virginia, Caleb? And he's already sent me pictures. I've already seen pictures. You don't have to believe him. I do. I don't have to prove to you that he's existed, that he's real either. You know, I'm giving you the answer. Like, it's on you. Yes, Libra, it is on there. Why would the government take out 2 guys that were with them over a Dogman shooting? My only guess is because they weren't supposed to shoot it. That's my only guess. You know, they weren't supposed to see it. They weren't supposed to shoot it. They did. And they paid the ultimate price. Exactly. You know, I think that they were using, I personally feel that the government was using the Dogmen chipped, and they killed a creature and that they weren't supposed to kill. So it's like they killed a soldier and they paid the ultimate price. The last thing I heard from anywhere near the LBL was the two fishermen. Yes, the two. But it wasn't from him. It was from the new sheriff now. No, Libra, and I probably wanting views, and I don't know. Libra, I bet you he puts peanut butter somewhere and has them lick it off. Thanks, Julie. If Dogman has... Thanks, Sully. If Dogman has such quality vision at night, does it seem like well, okay, so I think that Dogman, there's a perfect upload that I did to kind of answer that question. It would have been, it was with the Neanderthal. It was Neanderthal. My brain is going, I'm trying to read and answer a question. So when this guy thought that Van Drimeny is his last name, and he believes that the Neanderthal possibly was the prequel to a Dogman, because they were nocturnal. They had possibly fur and stuff like that. There's an upload that I did. I'm just trying to read some things. It's I did an upload about it, and I keep reading emails, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with it. So this guy, Van Drimeny is his last name, wrote Neanderthal, Them and Us, How Humans Killed the Neanderthal Predation, or something like that. I'm just going off the top of my head. And he describes exactly how, here, you know what? Instead of stuttering and sounding like an asshole. Oh, let me see. Bear with me. Hang on, guys. Just trying to find it. Oh, shit. Where is it? Ugh. Okay. So this is how Van Drimeny explained this. If you ever want to read a great book, it's written by a guy named Danny Van Drimeny. It's called Them and Us, How Neanderthal Predation Created Modern Humans. Okay, and his exact term, or word for word, was, okay, and he's a scientist, so he really did a lot of scientific reading into this. Okay, so this is how Van Drimeny explained the Neanderthal. All right. Okay. The Neanderthal that Van Drimeny describes is thus a terrifying creature, a hunched cannibalistic predator with large, shining eyes, an animalistic snout covered in thick fur, massive muscles, built for close combat, hunting at night with a brutish guttural voice, and a huge mouth with large, powerful jaws. It did not look like Fred Flintstone. Superior, good night. So yeah, they almost did wipe us out. And Mike, if you want to read more about that, that book is something that you need to read, because it really, I did an upload, JJ, and it's something scientific. The name of it, scientific evidence or scientific proof. I don't remember the name, unfortunately. I apologize. The name of the book again, it's written by Danny Van Drimeny, and it's called Them and Us: How Neanderthal Predation Created Modern Humans. Chris, you might want to read this book, because that more or less seems like you're just spitting it out. This guy really, really did his scientific. He's a scientist, so he. Will you ever write your book? Yes, I will. I will sometime. I need to find a publisher. And I need a couple of more hours in a day. And I wasn't being mean, Chris. I was just trying to, yes, Mike, it is. I was just trying to, really, it's not Cro-Magnon, it's Neanderthal. So here, Neanderthals were an apex predator. Analysis of isotopes of bone college shown that Neanderthals' diet was 97% meat. They are estimated to have eaten 4.1 pounds of fresh meat a day. Ample evidence exists to show they used bones littered their caves. Neanderthals were cannibal. A number of Neanderthal sites reveal bone that had been cracked open to extract marrow. Neanderthals had more robust bones, a heavier musculature than Homo sapiens. They weighed 25% more. This is explaining everything that he just, that end thing. Neanderthals' teeth were twice as large as human teeth. According to 2008 anthropologist research, their mouths could open much wider than a human, enabling them to take extremely large bites. Judging by the size of their jaw, they had a tremendous bite force. Neanderthals evolved in the Ice Age, and they had short limbs, large nose, compact torso. Most importantly, they were covered with fur. Since no Neanderthal cadaver survives, this point cannot be proven, but Van Drimeny points out that every primate except Homo sapiens is covered with fur, and that every cold-adapted mammal during the Ice Age had thick fur, including mammals that were hairless in Africa, such as the elephant and rhinoceros. There's no reason to believe Neanderthals were hairless except for the desire for them to look like us. The only way Neanderthals could have survived in the Ice Age without fur was if they made thick protective clothes. Archaeologist Mark White points out Neanderthal clothing would have needed to be more than a ragged loincloth by popular depiction. Some form of tailoring would have been required, but Neanderthal sites have yielded no evidence of needlecraft. Neanderthal skulls were extremely large eye sockets, suggesting very large eyes. In turn, Neanderthals were nocturnal. However, large eyes pose a problem in the Ice Age. Van Drimeny suggests Neanderthals had vertically aligned slit pupils, which enabled them to use the full diameter of lens in low light while shutting out bright light in day. Nocturnal primates, such as the owl monkey, have large eyes with vertically aligned slit pupils. Van Drimeny suggests Neanderthals had a tapetum lucidum, like cat, which made their eyes shine in the dark. and had a dark sclerilla like other primates. Neanderthals had a facial prognathism that featured large, broad noses. Van Germany argues that this suggests Neanderthal snout with a dog-like nose designed for scent hunting. Neanderthals did not speak, he quotes, in a 2008 talk presented by the American Association of Physical Anthropologists. Their large nasal cavity would have decreased intelligible vowel sounds. Combination of a long face, short neck, unequally proportioned vocal tract, large nose made it highly unlikely Neanderthals were able to produce speech. So they made guttural sounds. And that's where he gets that one freaking paragraph. The Neanderthal Van Germany describes as a terrifying creature. I mean, this paragraph makes so much more sense than any other bullcrap that I've read, you know. To me, it does. Maybe not to you, but to me, it really does. Yet, do I believe it with 100% accuracy? No. It's an amazing theory and idea. Look up Cannibal in Jungle, real video about Igopogo in Indonesia. I will. Who wouldn't want to live forever? I wouldn't want to live forever. Exactly, Donna. Exactly. Nina, you are correct as well. Any more ghosts at your home? No, I haven't. I have not. I have not been able to do a ghost hunt in my house. Next time I do, I will make a video of it so you guys can see it. Caleb, me too. I really do. One thing that's crazy though is, let me see if it still comes up. Where is it? Mm-hmm. Where's my Kindle? Kindle. Wow. Discover. Victor Johnson. Okay, so if you go to, this is what really made me believe that his book deal had gotten canceled, because if you type in, here's something crazy. Go to Amazon and type in Victor Johnson, and underneath it, what'll pop up is Victor Johnson Cryptid Book or Victor Johnson Dogman. And that's because he really had a deal with Amazon for his book. You have what one, Donna? It is dangerous. I agree. No, I haven't had any new vampire stories. You have it on video? If you don't mind, I'd love to. Could you send me that? I believe you. I'd love to see it. Caleb, I have the forward. I wrote the forward, and I have the book that we were going to put together. I'm still going to put it out eventually, but I think the way that we can put it out and get away with it is putting it out as fiction. Tracy, I believe you 100%. I agree with that 100%. Yes. Dude, this has been a fun live stream. I'm having fun. Yes, I will keep it between us. Rockin' steady, yes. Yes, please do. Send it to my email. Yes, Caleb, I'm going to put it out as nonfiction, I mean. Sorry. Yeah, I can contact Victor. No Ebe stories. My ghost story when I was a kid. That's all right. Existers, don't worry about it. GM, yes, Nicole, I do believe I did. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I think I may have. I usually, what I do is I star anyone's emails and then I put them in my starred box. And then when I have a moment of time, I go back in and look. GM, thoughts about Homo sapiens being indigenous to Earth. I believe that, I believe truthfully that, and I've always thought, I know like the Anunnaki and the Sumerian texts, but I always believed that an alien race came down and genetically modified primate genome and created us. And that was before I was like 10. I had that thought. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I truly, truly believe that there was help from somewhere and not God. Thanks, Sully. Definitely proof. But, like, that's how I always felt. But I also, even as a kid, man, and I remember saying it to my mom and dad, and my mom and dad were huge Roman Catholics. And when my mom got pissed at me when I was little, she'd always smack me in my fucking lips. And I hated it. And I said that to her one day. And she smacked me in my lips and she's like, God created us. And then I remember thinking, we must be like a train set for God and he can fucking do whatever. And just weird things that I used to think about when I was a kid. But this is like before I even was reading like any really amazing eye-opening stuff. It's just shit that I had when I was a kid in my head. Yeah, the black-eyed kid stories from New York City. Most definitely, Kurt. Most definitely. There has to be something. Yeah, I agree, Nico. You know, I read that somewhere, T. Chambers, that like nuns would hit people that were left-handed to get them to use their right hand. That's crazy. Well, Matt, here, I remember reading this thing that said like aliens crashed here and they created us and Bigfoot at the same time to harvest gold for them. And that's why humans have like an addiction to gold as a whole. You know what I mean? Like we all people are fascinated with gold. You know, we love fucking gold. But that's like the reason why is because they crashed. They were pussies and couldn't get the gold out of the ground themselves because they got little arms like this big and they got little dick arms, and they created us and Bigfoot to harvest the gold to get it out for them. Yeah, I don't like gold either. I like silver. I mean, I collect gold and silver now because it's the only thing to do. But if you think about it, aliens, they have like little penis, like little micro dick arms, you know? So they can't be that strong to go underground and get the gold. They have to create us and Bigfoot. What's up, Juliana? How are you? Is silver really worth it to collect? Yes. Silver is most definitely worth collecting. It's probably the smartest thing to collect because gold is so expensive, but silver is making a huge jump. Yeah, you're right, Sully. I mean, like when I have extra money, I'll buy the little 1 to 5 gram little gold ingots, but well, tungsten is valuable, but like if the world is to collapse, Ral, you're best to have physical gold and silver. That way you are able to trade. Exactly, JJ. Mine too, Suji. Mine too. Most coin effective way. It depends on what you want to do. I buy coins. I buy anytime like they have like a commemorative coin out, I'll buy it. My mom bought me a couple of silver bullet like replicas, 9mm, silver and ammo. You're very correct. You know, they're not real, but you know, any kind of silver you can obtain, just get. I'd buy the Trump coin. I'd buy 10 of those suckers. What about that asshole DA in Manhattan? He's a little asshole. Can't stand that guy. Like, dude, he's a Twitter whore too. He's always tweeting. He's like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Such a joker. The one who is indicting Trump. What's his last name? Forget his last name, but I really want to sock him one right in the mug. I'll probably end up in jail for that comment tomorrow. Just kidding. Bragg, that's exactly it. Alvin Bragg. He's such a douchebag. Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, who cares about his private life? Like, you know, he paid some whore off, so he fucking his wife. How many people do that in a daily? I mean, I don't do it, but like, I'm sure men have done it for women. Probably do it. You know, like, it's nothing that it's not illegal. No, Alvin Bragg is his name, Nicole. But like, it's not even a crime. It's so pathetic. Like, it's not even a federal case. From the SIP? I don't know what that means, Catherine. No, he paid her off so she wouldn't talk. He didn't pay her. Exactly, MER. You can't beat him. I don't trust any politician either. But you know what? Trump wasn't a politician. He was a businessman. And if you think about it, like, you don't have to like the guy for what he did in his personal life. But, you know, was our country in the state it is in now when he was there? Certainly not. Certainly not. No, what story? Oh, Mississippi. What? I don't know what story you're talking about. Teddy Roosevelt was a freaking great president too. I mean, you know, like, JFK is my favorite conspiracy. No, Bettina Moss is from Alabama. Marilyn Monroe. That's a crazy conspiracy too. But you know, What's up, 121? How are you? Okay, here's just my thought, and then we'll jump back into other things too. But if someone wants to be president of the United States, and this is just my view, first of all, you should have served in the military. You should at least show that you have balls. Second, you should have college. You should have a business degree at least in law. And you should be 40 to 60 years old. That should be the requisite. Is Chewbacca a Bigfoot, or he's a Wookiee? Chewbacca's a Wookiee. Definitely, or political science. Yes, there should be business is first and foremost, but you should have some sort of, if you're the commander in chief of the fucking military, you should have served in a position of military. It doesn't matter, like you're the commander in chief. So you should, plus you need balls. Like you can't be a queef, like we got one in office right now that's not doing anything. There you go, Matt. Oh, I did my freaking Wookiee impersonation. That was good. Dave? I've never seen the movie Dave. T. Chambers, Matt asked someone to do a Chewbacca impersonation. And I'll never do that again. Let's see here. All right, so back around 20 years ago, I was visiting my great uncle in the region of Kerrville, Texas. At the time, he was living in his first house. Oh, I did this one last 2 weeks ago. Shit. Black Eyed Kids story. We're talking about Black Eyed Kids. Here we go. This encounter happened in 2009. I was born and raised in the plains of Texas, specifically in an area where Black-eyed kid sightings are prevalent. I had heard of the stories, tales, legends, whatever you want to call them, since I was a young man, but never truly believed them. The Black-eyed Kids was mainly something entertaining as a joke or something to get a rise out of people. This changed the summer of 2009. It was a warm night in June. I was up late, maybe 2 a.m. As typically, I like to stay up late, especially in summer, since it would stay fairly warm even after the sun went down. I just run up to the store to grab a fountain drink and returned into my house through the back door when I was approached by two kids, a boy and a girl. I was startled once I realized they were there since I wasn't expecting to encounter anyone in my backyard so late at night. The little boy asked, "Could we come in? We need to use your phone. We are lost." This is when I noticed the blackness of their eyes. Both of them had eyes so black they were like pits. This also is when my heart sank. I couldn't believe I was actually seeing them, that they were right there in front of me. As I mentioned before, I had heard the legends of black eyed kids most of my life, so there's no way I'm going to let them in my house. I darted in the back door, locked it as quick as I could, and once I was inside, I ran upstairs, flipped on all the lights to try and see if they were outside. Thankfully, by then they were gone. I had so much adrenaline pumping by that point that I grabbed a weapon and began searching the house, making sure the doors and windows were locked. It took me hours to get to sleep that night, and it's an encounter that will stay with me for the rest of my life. These entities took form of something most people view as innocent, weak, and mild, try to trick unsuspecting people to do God knows what with or to them. I'm just glad my reflexes kicked in and I was able to live and tell this tale. Black eyed kids are fucking creepy. Vampire babies? Vampire babies? Who the fuck wants vampire babies? Babies are creepy anyway, but a vampire baby? Ugh. Kids kill me? Yeah, kids kill me too. Oh, vampire. You heard you have to let them in, Kirk? You're kidding me. No, that one guy, I will not watch any of his movies. My uncle is in one of his movies, so. Can you imagine breastfeeding a black or a fucking vampire baby? That'd not be fun, huh? I'm just a big kid too. Want to explain why? Because I know things that, well, I mean, I've already talked about it. If you really look into things on him, you will be surprised, like his 96 arrest. I said that out loud. Yes, most definitely would be the last time, the first and last time. Or then you'd have a piercing at least. They may have 121. They may have the ability to, have empath, but I think that it depends on certain things. Because I mean, I've heard people that have had multiple sightings that aren't sensitive. Um, 2 hours and 31 minutes we've been busting this out tonight. Good times. All right, thank you. I'm going to check them out when we get done with this. The Spotville Monster? Yes, absolutely. You're right, Kurt. You're right. MER, what video do you mean? Oh, where it's howling in the backyard, or the one that I just did the other day? I think that guy created those. Actually, I know for a fact he created those, where it crawls up and it sneaks up. The guy is obsessed with werewolf movies, and he makes does Jeff hear whispers or hallucinations? Do you? I always want to use your phone. They probably want to use the phone to charge your phone bill. I hate the haters. Feel like David Goggins. Goggins is awesome. No, I'm first person, not third. What is this whir? I gotta look this up. Oh, that movie. Okay, yeah, that movie's scary as hell. I didn't like that movie. I mean, it's a good movie. I just didn't like it because some movies scare the hell out of me. David Goggins is a fucking monster, man. That guy is just like, he won't quit. He is the ultimate, like, I don't even know. If there's a human robot, it would be David Goggins. I mean, the achievements he has done and in the will that he has, the never give up attitude is some say he is still running. Do you guys watch Joe Rogan? So Joe had David Cho on the other day. And I used to like him. I used to think he was a pretty decent guy. And the new interview he did with David Cho was bullshit. Like, I was like, who is this guy? You know, he's the artist. He's an artist that he painted the Facebook wall, a wall in Facebook. He's a street artist and stuff. And he literally, all he talks about now is like his money. And it was like, I was like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, he went to the Congo. He's a dick. Like, he's not anything that he used to be. And I was just like, it's ridiculous who he is now. Like he just kept talking about, oh, I'm a millionaire. I can do this. I can do that. I can have anything I want. And then he's like, and my last thing that I need to accomplish is my spiritual. And I'm like, dude, you're talking about all this stuff you can. He's like, I can buy anything I want. I can sleep with any girl I want. And I'm like, dude, if any girl sleeps with your weird looking ass, then you're an asshole. And they are too. And he's like, now the only thing that I can do is my spiritual side. And I'm like, well, if that's what you're going to achieve is a spiritual side, then you need to change your outlook too. You know, it was a really bad interview, but I used to really like the guy. Yeah, exactly. That one guy, he used to be humble, but now he's just a toolbox. My favorite person that Rogan interviews, like I used to like Adam Curry until his last interview. Uh but now I don't because of the same way. But Lex Friedman is an amazing interview too. Like I love Lex Friedman. Banksy's an amazing street artist. Not very tall. I think he's like 5'9". Lexington is the man. Theo Vaughn, Neil deGrasse is just I don't like him at all, but Theo is probably the greatest comedian ever. And he's a very humble person. I love Theo Vaughn. Like if you ever watch him, like him be him in real life, who he really is, he is so humble. But as a comedian, the dude is funny as shit. Have a good night. Happy Easter. Donna, what state was that? That wasn't a bad interview that he did with Neil. Bob Lazar's videos are good. They're good too. They're good too. Ugh. Donna, what state are you talking about? Donna Greg, please tell me what state, please. Happy birthday, T. Grant Hancock are good. They're good videos too. I don't have any Mississippi encounters offhand, Catherine. This is how the live streams go. I tell encounters every once in a while, and then we just talk. And I don't have any right offhand, so I'm sorry. That one guy, have a good night, brother. Stay safe. Happy Easter. I used to like Steven Crowder a little bit too, but now he's just a touchable too. I guess like once you watch people for a long time. Thanks, GM. I appreciate that. I guess when you watch people a long time and you get to see who they really are, you're just like, Taylor, Mississippi. Luke's encounters are awesome. I wish Luke the best. Forrest Gallant, my favorite. Forrest is probably my favorite person he has. No, that's fine, Catherine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I'll put a couple of Mississippi stuff away for you next week. Yeah, when Joe is arguing with the flat earthers, that's great. Oh, fuck, when he argues with his best friend there. I don't know how Luke is. He's doing good. Last time I talked to him. Taylor, Mississippi is not where Lockett Ranch happened. Actually, Lockett Ranch is not in existence anymore. It's under a lake. Don't worry about it, Catherine. You're fine. I'll put a couple away or aside. No worries. The Lockett Ranch story is amazing. Is probably I could listen to it probably once a week. I think I have heard that the Vicksburg witch. No, no, it's not bad that you don't want to go in the woods. And T, why are you saying you're sorry? I mean, people always think that Lockett Ranch is where Taylor, Mississippi is because that's where Darkwater said his encounter is one counter, but no, it's actually it's under a lake. In Libra, I mean, you know, why wouldn't you want to go or not want to go out in the woods, especially after hearing all this? Michelle, I can't share that information with you because it's a secret, to be honest with you. I only honestly know where the state that it's in. I don't know the exact location of where it is. The Palmyra Wolfpack GM in Palmyra, Maine. Is that the story you're talking about? Yeah, that's a good story. Actually, there's a lot more to that that's not in Paranormal Witness. I know my family lives, a lot of my family lives in Maine, and that family that it happened to were persecuted after. They were run through the ringer. They were pretty much, the public said it didn't happen. They accused them of doing drugs and selling drugs and this and that. It just, you know, probably, Matt. Suji. You sound like Yoda in that one. Cop vibe is strong in that one. Well, John, the reason why they did it is because they don't dork out to fucking cryptid shows all the time. You know, that guy is not into cryptids. They fish and they hunt and they do stuff with their lives, and they don't, they're not, he's not into cryptid stuff. He literally lives a life and he'd never heard of Dogman. he was aware of Bigfoot, but not Dogman. So that's why they did that. I didn't feel it was a juvenile. I didn't have the experience, Daniel. So I don't know. And he's talking about Jody Cook, Catherine. It is a weird thing, but people were like, why do you use salary in that? And it's because like, I don't know why he did either, but like they don't, like they have no idea. They didn't even know what Dogman was. They actually thought they were dealing with a Bigfoot for the longest time. And they didn't know. And I think that they only used it as like they thought because it was snow and it was green and something like that. They really are. Their videos, their other videos are them spearfishing or them cutting ice, raising chickens and stuff. They're not they're not in any way, associated with the community because they have no idea. I feel bad for them because they had no idea what the hell they were dealing with. Like they initially really thought it was a Bigfoot for the first when their chicken coop was getting robbed. Like they were like Bigfoot. And then you can hear the howling and stuff. I think when they started to realize that it was with the eye shine and stuff like that, when the dad went out with the kid. But did you guys see the new video I put out today with it? Where he's walking in the woods and he stops and there's the eye shine right there. Imagine trying to get on your fitness game and you run into a dog, man. Fuck that. Dogman. I would fucking run like David Goggins. They are under siege. Tracy, good night. Happy Easter. Merch. Dogmen have been known to bend sticks and stuff like that. They have the intelligence to do stuff like that. Do you think if he takes one out, the feds will react? If it's chipped, yes. Or if they make a video that they did, yes. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you like the videos today. It is IE native. You're absolutely right on that one. Kevin, I heard that it wasn't even like he had like only a gram. The cocaine bear had eaten X amount of cocaine, but like only like a couple grams had like got into his bloodstream at that point or something like that. Matt, good night, my brother. Have a good night. Probably marking its territory or leaving it as a signal for other ones to get through. No, Kevin, I was asking a question. I heard that he did ingest a bunch of cocaine, but like when they dissected the Bigfoot, or Bigfoot, fucking when they dissected Cocaine Bear, that it had X amount, like only a gram or two. No brown bears in Mississippi. They should make a fucking spoof of that movie and have it Cocaine Bigfoot. You're absolutely right. That would be awesome. There are no grizzly bears in Mississippi. Well, if you saw a bear in Mississippi, it was only a black bear, to be honest, or it was a Bigfoot or a Dogman. The movie was based on a true story. It wasn't the actual events of the movie, Kevin, weren't real, but it was based on a true story. I can't believe it was such a hit. What's the greatest bite force known animal? Not sure. I know hyenas have like a mega bite force, but there's barely any there's none in America, and so I'm not even sure about that. Catherine, you probably saw a Dogman. Good question, Sue. I was thinking that too, actually. I was thinking about their question about the 4 sheds. Hyenas are awesome. I love hyenas. A gray wolf is bite force is 400 pounds per square inch. What animal in North America has the greatest bite force?
According to National Wildlife Federation, recent research by Australian and Canadian biologists tells us that a tiny killer of mice and other rodents, the least weasel, ounce for ounce, has the most powerful jaws of any predator in North America.
So apparently the least weasel does. My cat just came in again. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, come here. Oh. Thank you, Libra. Salty Texans in the house. What's up, Salty? My cat definitely owns me. Huh, buddy. Polar bear bite force. I would have to say a polar bear bite force is probably, I'm going to say 400. Bite force, oh, fuck, I can't even talk. The bite force of a polar bear.
According to Greenpeace
Whoa.
UK, at 1,235 pounds per square inch, polar bears have a greater bite force than great white sharks, Bengal tigers, and African lions.
Wow. 1,235 pounds per square inch. Holy shit. Polar bears are the chosen one. Libra, are you crashing? Have a good night. It was nice having you on. The only state I've ever not had an encounter is Hawaii. Yeah, Libra, what is it? Like 8 in the morning there? Gang, gang. Because you're 5 hours ahead of me, I think. So it's probably 8 a.m. The Rat King. Gang, gang. Buzz, buzz. GM, what do you mean? I get final permission from the person I shared my experience with. You need permission to share your experience, GM? Buddy. So you already shared your experience on somebody else's channel? Good night, Libra. Oh, okay. Now I understand, GM. Yeah, definitely get permission from them. I mean, out of respect. Absolutely. But let them know that I won't share their names. Nothing. Everything will be respected, okay? Good night, GM. Catherine, that would be great. I'd love that. Existers, I have people. There's a guy that comes on here. He's from I'm a subscriber that's on here from India. And there's another guy that is from Abu Dhabi, actually. Yeah, that's not a dare I would dare anybody. Don't gift anything anything at all. All right, guys, it is 3 a.m. here. We've been on for 3 hours and 2 minutes. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Next Saturday, we'll have another live stream. Everyone have a happy Easter and enjoy your day today and stay safe. And thank you, Daniel. And just be kind to each other, and thank you for all your support. It means the world to me. You guys are awesome. I had a blast tonight, so this is better than anything I would do on any other Saturday night. So thank you. And may the Great Spirit watch over us all. Good night, guys.